In order to import any image to your SketchUp, we have three choices. Here I'm just covering two of them. You go to File, Import, and find all supported image. Then we have image and texture. The difference is if you select image, you don't need any surface to import that image. For example, if I want to bring this to my drawing, see, I can place it anywhere. I don't have any surface here, but as an image, I can bring it. But if I want to modify it, I have to use SketchUp tools. For example, if I want to change the scale, I have to use Scale tool. And if I place this image on a surface, let me just copy this one first. I copy it and I place it there. So I'll go back and redo the same thing. Import. I select this one. See, again, it's an image. Import, and I place it. For example, oops, it's too small. Let me do it again. Import. Select this one from there to here. See what happened? It just stopped there. Okay, it's not continuing on my surface, and that's an image. And even I can move it from here. See, it's not really attached to that surface. Now I go back, and this time I bring it as a texture. Import. See, I click on texture and I press import. Okay, select it and I press import. Now if I want to import it here, see, I cannot do it. I need a surface to import this image. So here you go. I have a surface here. Now I click here and I go kind of the same size of the other one, and see, when it's a texture, SketchUp just continue the texture, repeat it for me, and make it as a, material. If you want to use a image as your material, you have to keep in mind it should be seamless. See here, when I put this one, I don't see really any seam. There is no line between those, okay? And it make it a nice option for a material. Let me delete this one because I don't need it anymore. So I go back, and this time I bring another image here, and I'll go a little bit smaller because I want to show you something. See this one? Because there is a bright area and dark area, it's not a nice, image to use as a material. Compared to this one, even this one, if I bring it smaller, say I go and redo that one, I go import, and where is it? So select this one, and see, even if I make it smaller, still it's nicer than that one. See, you can see the repetition, there is some part that it repeats, but it's not that bad, especially if you put it in a few, different divided area like rooms, maybe even you don't notice it. But this one, it's really noticeable. So one way to find this type of image, when you are searching, you can search for seamless, for example, wood flooring, and find something, the closest image to your wood finish, and select that one and apply it. There are a few options that we have when we are applying material. Let me undo this. So if I apply a material as a texture, and if I make it bigger than that surface, see, if I make it bigger than that surface, SketchUp would cut the extra and just show the part that is matched that surface, okay? But if I use a import as a image, not as a texture, because actually what it does, it making its own surface. So even if I go bigger, SketchUp would make it for me. And again, as you can see, it's not really attached to that surface. It has nothing to do with that surface. And if I make it smaller as a texture, SketchUp would repeat it for me. And this one, as you saw, it just, you know, stopped there. Okay, now I want to apply this material here. I have a group of my wall and I have a group of my floor. See, I double click and go inside my floor finish. Then I go import. And for example, I select, you know what, let's select another one. First, you have to make sure it's a texture. Then maybe I select this one, import, and I see you just click one, and then you can go as much as you like. So for example, if you think this is more natural, this size, I just click here and the SketchUp would repeat it for me. Again, this is not a really great sample. You can easily see the line, so I wouldn't use this. So let's go back to the other option that I have, import. Let's try this one. Okay, this is better. And so after I place this one, I realize, you know what, I don't like the direction. I have a few way to fix that. The easiest way, you just go inside your group, right click, and go to texture, position, and I have these handles. This one, I can move it. Sometimes I want a specific material start from a specific corner. So I can, move the whole material, place it there. This one, I can rotate and I can change the scale. Keep in mind, you have to drag. You keep the mouse down, the left key, you press it down, and see, I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller, and if I rotate, see, I'm rotating the material. Okay, so that's this. And two other option, it's not really relevant to this one. I would show you maybe another example. I show you something later. So now I want to apply this material there. As soon as you apply your material, your picture or image as a texture, now it becomes a part of the, our library, our material library. I can go grab the eyedropper, select it, and I can apply it anywhere that I want that specific material. Okay, so let me find another example. I'm not sure if I can find the, okay, maybe I go with door. I need something that has a little bit of perspective. Okay, maybe something like that. See, I save image as, so JPEG is good, so I save it like this. Then I go here and see, I have my walls as a group. Now I just draw something from here, center to center, the way that we just did our window. I can just, add a little bit thickness, maybe 1 inch. Then I go and import that image. Import, and I select this one. See, as a texture, I'm importing it as a texture. Then from here to here. See, now what I would do, I would right click, go to texture, position. I see, first of all, you can move these handles, okay? If you just click once, I can easily bring it and place it here and click again. Then click here. See, I'm not dragging. I just click once and I place it on four corners of this door. And let me say I place that one there, I place this one here, and I click once, move my cursor, and I bring it here. Now this time I'm dragging. See, I just click while I'm pushing it down. I bring it all the way here. Now first thing that I would do, I would see I'm dragging it to make it bigger. I rotate it a little bit to match the bottom of the door. Now I'm using these handles. Remember, I can just click here and see I can bring this one. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit. I bring it there. I grab this one and I bring it there. And here you go. So see, sometimes that we have no time to draw a realistic, draw the door the way that it should be. You can use this type of trick, and even if you want later on, you can just, draw a rectangle here. Let me see. And then I can use push pull tool a little bit, push it down. Okay, maybe not too much, 0.1. And you can just draw a handle here to cover, to make it a 3D thing. So I make it something like that. I bring it out maybe 1 inch. Then, you know what, I'm just doing something. I don't know exactly how it looks like, but maybe I do something like that here and use push pull tool to bring this one all the way to here. So as you can see, just give a little bit more 3D feeling to the door. Okay, maybe something like that.